What's up, Hot Rod City residents? With me kind of starting to work out of the shop now, making a little bit of money. When I say that, because I did like 3 pieces of some boat, like I barely used anything. I used a sewing machine one time to fix a big rig seat. And I started taking apart the seat to my van. I need air in the shop. I have an air compressor that's on the other side of the wall, about right there. So my plan is to figure out not only how to get air into the shop, but to get it on the other side of it. And I figured I only need like 3 ports in here. At the moment, that's all I can really consider that I would need. So I'm going to go with black pipe. It's going to cost a little bit more, but it's something I should never ever have to worry about. Not in my lifetime anyway. So my plan is I'm going to put an air fitting where I'm going to go through the wall, like right about here. The reason why it's going here is because, let me set this down. Well, actually, there's a stud that runs right here, as you can see right here. So I'm going to use that to attach this pipe with the things. So I obviously centered the screws into that. So that's the way I'm going to use it. That's where I'm going to run that pipe. So it goes all the way to the other side and it puts me out pretty much right where I need it to get an air fitting out there. I do kind of want one over there on the corner, so that way, like if my wife needs to put air in any of her tires, it's pretty easy. But I need to clear the driveway out anyway. It's on my list of things to do. So I'm not doing all of this today. I'm only going to put in preparation for other things. I've made this little thing here. It's a 24-inch piece of pipe with an elbow and a T. So I'm going right here. So that's where I'm going. There's a stud right here on the wall. Obviously, I'm going to go right next to it and go through here. Like I said, I'm doing preparation for later. It's going to go up here. I'm just going to put a plug in this for now. And then I'm also running a piece of pipe through the wall with this T. My fitting is going to the bottom of this. So when I put this on, it's already going to have those fittings on it. So I got a little 8-inch piece of pipe with my fitting to be here. So like it would have been fine right here for me, but like say my wife actually gets off of her butt and wants to work one day, then yeah, that way she can reach it too. So I'm gonna drill a hole in the wall and hopefully it ends up in the right spot. I've measured it like 3 times. I'm not real sure where it's going. Okay, so I'm all hooked up. I got all my fittings together. I got these attachments. These are actually for PEX tubing, but it was the only thing I could really find in the hardware store. They're plastic. I probably put more than I needed. I got 4. And a little cutoff valve outside the wall. Now, I measured and assumed I was either right with the stud for the air compressor housing or just beyond it. I was hoping to be just beyond it. Luckily, I did, knowing my luck, instead of you going with the 8-inch, because my math was a 6.5-inch deep wall, and then thinking an inch, and then inch and a half got me to 8, I just instinctively went ahead and bought a 10-inch piece of pipe to go through the wall, and I just made it all the way through that other side, and then the T-walled, because that's where I needed the extra length, and then my T-fitting screwed onto the outside. And I did a T-fitting on that with a plug due to the fact that once the outside of this wall is skinned when the weather breaks, I'm going to run a piece of pipe from here, drill a hole in the outside, and run it all the way down the side of the wall to put a fitting on that corner. So like if I'm in that area or whatever, I got a car, a boat, anything out there, I can fill up a tire, whatever, stuff like that. So if you listen carefully, I actually do have an air leak. So it seems to be right here on this brass fitting or plug. So I'm just going to go ahead and snug down on that. This brass fitting's not actually going to stay in that. And I seem to be right on the money. Give my fitting a test. So, I in fact have air in the shop now. I mean, it's only one fitting for now, but like I said, I have this. Basically what I'm going to do is I'll pull this pipe, this plug out, and I'll run to, I'm only actually going to come to about right here first. That'll be my next stop. We'll put a T and put the plug in the T on this end. I'm going to run that way. Reason being, I'm going to run right to pretty much the edge of my sewing machine and put a fitting just right above that to the right of the front of it. So that way, like, I can tag into it there if I need to use air over there for whatever reason. I'm not going to be spraying glue over there because there's been a lot of effort in that table. So another thing, I'm just going to, and then just literally the next point of it will be to run all the way down to the end. And I'll go to the inside, come down the wall, and do literally almost identical like I did on this side. Run a fitting on it, so that way if I need to tap off over there, I can. I might actually end up with a T before I go to an elbow, so I can run across and maybe get it outside on that corner by the door, because that will be ideal, because I have a lot of project vehicles that I park right there in that area. So my plan is to have like a vehicle like I do now inside the bay to work on, maybe a boat outside the double door, doing enclosures, canopies, whatever have you, and maybe one out there, because as many projects as I have, I'll always be working on one of mine. Right now I'm doing my van seats. I have the seats to the Loadstar's replacement in here. I just got a new Dart, so I'll always be working on my own stuff as well. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe down there. So, quick video for today. I'm gonna start trying to put up more videos, regardless of the validity of the content. If it's just, I mean, I'm doing something every day, so I can't make special videos every week or whatever. So I'm just gonna try to gear it more towards this. So, catch you on the next one.